welcome to EC Electronics. So a lot of people do ask me in the comment section regarding recruitment updates from core companies, and also they ask me one question, which is how to get placed in core companies. So in this video I have come up with a small solution, that is how to get placed in core companies. If you study which all areas, or if you do some courses in which all areas, you can get placed into these core companies. That is, what is the current demand these core companies are having, which all languages you have to study, which all areas you have to focus, and which all posts you can apply for. I have also come up with some sample post names which the freshers can apply for. So in this video, we'll be mainly focusing on the companies Intel, Cisco, Dell, and Qualcomm. Intel, we all know that it is a processor developing company. Dell is manufacturing laptops, desktops, this area. Cisco is a networking based company, and Qualcomm mainly focus on wireless technologies and wireless communication. Okay, so let us move on to the video and let us see with the various posts for which you can apply for, the languages you have to study or at least gather some information, and also the areas in which mainly the recruitments are happening. Okay, so let us move on to our video. But before going into the video, if you are seeing EC Electronics channel for the first time, please do subscribe to the channel for subject videos and recruitment updates. So first one, post for which you can try for. Okay, so I have actually taken some posts for which they have recruited freshers. So this recruitment videos we have uploaded in our channel itself. So if you're a fresher, you can apply for this post, or you will get into this post also. Okay, so the experience they will be asking for is 0 to some years of experience, mostly 0 to 2 years or 0 to 4 years of experience they'll be putting like. So it is meaning that freshers can also apply, experienced persons can also apply. Okay, so freshers can also apply for this post. The post names I have included are, first one embedded engineer, second one wireless engineer, PMIC systems, that is power management area engineer, power management engineer, then modem systems engineer, software engineer, hardware engineer and hardware graphics engineer, analog design engineer, system validation engineer. These are the posts for which they have, that is these companies have recruited some freshers. This is actually some sample names. There is actually a lot of other names and other posts also for which freshers can try for. I have tried to include only the important ones. Okay. So the first category is actually embedded engineer. Nowadays, I actually say in all my videos regarding embedded systems and the scope of that field nowadays. So embedded systems and embedded engineers are having a lot of demands nowadays. So if you do some specific courses on embedded systems, that will be an advantage for you, or there are high chances for you to get selected. Next one is wireless engineer. This wireless engineer is actually a post from Qualcomm recruitment. Qualcomm is actually a wireless based company, right? So wireless engineers, they'll be recruiting freshers also. Next one is power management system. Freshers can also try for this. Modem system engineer and also software and hardware engineer. Then analog design engineer. Then system validation engineer. Okay, so these are the some posts for which freshers can try for. And as I said, there is actually a lot of other posts also. If you examine the career page of these companies, you will get a lot of openings. You have to give the career level as from entry level. Okay, so if you put it as entry level and reset the filters, that is if you adjust the filters, you will see a lot of openings. You have to take each and every notification and look for the experience. Some posts are asking for freshers also. Okay, so these all posts you can try for. Next, the most important thing and the most important question I face in all my comment session regarding the languages. Okay, so if you see, there is actually a lot of languages which is there. That is actually for IT field, electronic field and other fields also. Okay, so as electronics people or as electronics candidates, which all languages you have to study? Let us see. So the languages I have included are the languages which the core companies are actually demanding. These languages I have not randomly put. I have taken from the career pages of these companies itself. Okay, from the recruitment sessions, by reading out various notifications, I have tried to gather information regarding which are languages these companies are looking for. Now, you can also do this. You can also go through the career pages, go through the notifications, and you will get to have a very good idea regarding the language requirements. That is, if you have a knowledge in which language, you have chances to get placed. Okay, so from my analysis, I have come up with these languages. First one is Perl, second one Python, C, C++, MATLAB, Java. Then next category I've included is hardware description languages, which is Verilog, VHDL, then embedded C, also assembly language coding for mainly 8051, 8085. Next one, LabVIEW. LabVIEW is actually a software, but I have included in the language section itself because LabVIEW is also having a lot of demand. Mainly companies like Qualcomm and Intel are looking for LabVIEW based people. Okay, so if you look into these languages, there's actually uh, more languages, right? So which all languages you have to concentrate more? In my opinion, if you are an electronic candidate, you should first try to study hardware description languages, which are VHDL and Verilog, because these are languages which the hardware companies are mainly looking for, deciding of FPGA based systems, designing and developing of those systems. We always require hardware description languages, right? So you cannot skip, either go for VHDL or Verilog. In my opinion, if you study VHDL, that will be more good. Okay. The other languages are MATLAB. MATLAB is also a very, it is again a software. MATLAB is a software, but you know that there is a specific coding for MATLAB. So if you try to gather some knowledge in MATLAB, or try to at least download the software and try using the MATLAB, it will be very good. Okay. So MATLAB and hardware description languages are my first preferences. Then I would like to go with Java and C++. Java is again very easy to study, but you have to put some effort. Yeah, for every language, for studying the language, you have to put some effort. A lot of people do send comments regarding languages. I'm not good at languages. I'm not good at studying languages. See, all languages initially will be difficult only. As a person who have certified in Java, I would say that I was also facing a lot of difficulty in studying Java initially. But what I've done is I have done a lot of coding examples and tried to study code snippets. I have overcome the problem of studying Java and also VHDL. VHDL was not very simple thing for me in the beginning, but I tried to study the subject, that is a language, from the textbooks, from online tutorials and all. And then initially it will be difficult only. Any language will be difficult only, but you have to make that courage to study the languages. Only if you put an effort, then only you can succeed. Okay. So these are the languages I would suggest you. As I've told you, there is another a lot of languages, but if you examine these pages, like the career pages, mostly the recruitments are happening based on these languages. The requirements are here. Okay. Next one, the areas. Okay. So this thing was actually not a easy thing for me to find out. I have gone through a lot of notifications to actually find these areas. Okay. So first one is RF software development, that is radio frequency software development. Next one is real-time hardware and software development. Again, real-time systems are having a lot of importance nowadays. So if you are interested in doing some real-time system courses, that is again an advantage. Okay, but I won't forcefully tell you to go and do for a course, or go and spend your 6 months on this course. I won't tell you, because it is your opinion, or it is your idea actually, to do a course or to study from the internet, because everything is actually available on the internet only. But if you do some course, you can get a certificate. You can actually tell them that I have done this course. So there are chances. Okay. Next one is power management. Power management means power electronics related area. Okay. Next, Wi-Fi multimedia systems. Then CDMA, OFDMA, embedded system development, software and hardware development, again for embedded systems. Then system on chip. System on chip is also having a lot of demand. Okay, so these things, that is embedded systems, real time, that is RTOS, and SoC, that is system on chip. Actually, these things are related, or these things are together. Okay, so that is the first section of areas. Next section I've included is FPGA development, ARM design and development, that is ARM processor. Okay, ARM processor related, its design development for various functionalities. Again, you can find courses on FPGA development and ARM development. Then instrumentation, data analysis and interpretation. Then networking standards and protocols, VLSI design and microprocessor and controller design. Then CMOS design and development, RTL development. Okay. So if you study the VHDL coding, in the software called Xilinx, you will have a session for RTL design and development. Okay. So my opinion is that you should definitely study VHDL. As electronics people, we should definitely have an idea on VHDL coding. Actually, it is very interesting. I would use that term. Okay. It is very interesting. Initially, it will be difficult, little bit difficult, but once you study it, once you get the flow of that coding, once you get to know that what all things have to be done, then it is interesting. You'll see the waveforms, you'll see the simulation results. It's very interesting. Xilinx software is very helpful. Okay. So these are the next session of areas. Next session of areas I've included is power minimization techniques, again coming under power electronics. Okay, power electronics, power management. This area is also nowadays having a lot of importance. Then power management or power minimization using clock gating, power gating. Next one, system Verilog, RTL and simulation. Okay, again, Verilog, VHDL, RTL synthesis, simulation, very important area. Next, operating systems, RTOS, Linux kernel, scheduling policies, locking mechanisms. So these are the session of, or these are the areas I've included for which nowadays maximum recruitments are happening. Okay, so I would summarize this session of areas by 2-3 topics. First one, embedded systems, both hardware, software, its development and all. Next, power management, power minimization and all. Third one, real-time operating systems. And real-time operating system, various mechanisms in it, which are scheduling, then studying of RTOS, various functionalities, various objects in RTOS, scheduling mechanisms and all. Then next one, the areas which are demanding the engineers for the hardware description languages, developing synthesis based on that. Okay, so these are the areas for which nowadays maximum recruitments are happening. So the areas I would flip through once again. So these are the first section of areas: RTOS, power management, SoC, embedded, then CDMA or FDMA. Next, these areas: instrumentation, data analysis, networking, CMOS design, FPGA development, VLSI. VLSI is also very important. Okay, and along with VLSI, you have to cover microprocessor, microcontroller, that details also. Next is power minimization, RTL and RTOS. Okay, so these are the areas for which mainly you have to concentrate. Okay, next let us see about the operating systems which these companies are asking for. That is, if you have the experience in this operating system or the knowledge in these operating systems, you may have chances for getting placed. Okay, so these are the operating systems which I've included: Windows, Linux, Unix, Ubuntu, Android based systems, then RTOS and Mac OS. Okay, so these are the operating systems you should study or you should use to have a knowledge for getting placed in this companies. Okay, so again, when going through the notifications of various posts, I've come to know that mostly these companies are asking for Linux, Unix based experience, okay, or Linux, Unix based knowledge. Also Windows. Windows various versions are there. You have to study 2-3 versions at least, or you at least try to get the difference what in this version is having and what the other version is not having. Okay, so these are very important. Okay, so these are the operating systems, and also the RTOS is having a lot of importance. There is various types of RTOS is there, various RTOS that we use along with microcontroller and all for commercial purpose also. We use a lot of RTOS. So try to at least study about what are the various types of RTOS and what all things are happening in the RTOS. Okay. So these are the operating systems. So in this video, we have discussed about what is the current demand of the core companies, what are the posts for which you can apply for. I have posted some sample post names. Also, we have seen the important languages that you have to study to get placed. Also, the areas for which mostly the recruitments are happening nowadays. Okay, and we have seen the operating systems also. So I have actually tried to help a lot of people who are actually wondered like what to do next to get placed in this core company, or what to do next to get placed in but this particular company. Okay, so actually this was a difficult task for me. Actually this was difficult because I have to go through a lot of posts to analyze, to see what they are asking, to see what they are demanding, which area they are recruiting, which post they are recruiting. So it was actually a difficult thing for me. So if you found this video useful, please do give me a thumbs up. That will always encourage me to put videos again more on this field and on the recruitment fields, the recruitment updates and all. Please do give me a thumbs up. Also comment in the comment section regarding what you want as an improvement in these videos, what are you looking for and all. And please do subscribe to the channel. Please do support the channel in the growth. Thanks for watching and keep on watching.